Well, greetings, everybody. My name is Greg Dixon, and today we're here with Bonnie McDonald Dixon, and we're going to talk about the Natural Health Movement Project. So we're going to start off with, I'm going to ask Bonnie to explain her interest and background in natural health and what we're doing here. Bonnie?
Hi, I'm Bonnie, and I have always loved the natural products industry. I started when I was 12. I told my mother that we had to use whole wheat flour, and she thought, "What? What are you talking about?" And we had to throw out our sugar and use honey. So that was the beginning. I always was fascinated with health food stores. Later in my 30s, I actually volunteered every day for a year on my off day for my job at a large health food store, which is known across the nation, the Whole Wheatery. Cheryl Hughes is the owner. That was over 36 years ago. She started her business. And from there, I actually became her general manager. Um, After about 4 years, I went and opened a natural foods brokerage up in Seattle, Washington, and was blessed to be introduced to a large natural foods distributor who was opening Oregon and Washington. So I worked for them. I've also worked with a manufacturer, Carlson Laboratories, and then I also loved retail so much I went back into the retail. So that is how I got my fascination. And along all these many years, uh, I realized there's some manufacturers, a lot of the people had these ideas to go to do something for health. Usually we had to do with their health. And they created companies and they're still here today. Many of them are still family owned. Many of them have been purchased by larger companies. But we are here to tell the stories of these pioneers and also the current people who are starting companies because today they are today's pioneers starting off. So that's my story. And the health industry continues on, and we're here to document and share those amazing pioneer stories.
So, Bonnie, we have some presentation slides. Do you want to run through those? I'll start them here for you.
All right.
Do you want to? Do you have control? Do you have a next button there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, why don't you run through it?
Okay. So we started, my friend Jerry Smith and I started a project called the Natural Health Movement. And it is in search of our natural roots. And our goal is again to research, interview, and share these stories from people who started many years ago. We started around 1910 or so. And here's some pictures of some people from many years ago. There's Patricia Bragg, Paul Bragg, and they inspired Jack and Elaine Lelaine, who had a television show later. Bob's Red Mill. He is, oh my goodness, known around the world. Uh, Brenda with her probiotics. And then we have retailers such as Howard Pollock, who opened a store just because he started off making a little snack bar, a little protein bar, and from there it grew and grew and grew. And he's friends with Cheryl Hughes, who opened her store, like I said, about 36 years ago. The Carlsons, I worked for the Carlsons for a while. Pioneers, absolutely. Pharmacist. She was a pharmacist, and her father was a pharmacist. And they opened the natural vitamin E market up. And later, their whole line is around the heart health industry of the supplements. Now, here's our millennial, Nicole Klimick. She helps design and facilitate co-ops and other stores that are growing and creating experiences for people so that it is very wonderful to go in these stores, be educated, and have a really nice array of products. And here we have Pat Zardell, and she opened her store on a wing and a prayer in Corvallis, Oregon, over 35 years ago. Her store is solid employees that have been there for well over decades. She is a leader in our industry. Mark Blumenthal. Many of these people are very well known. Terry Limerond. Many of these we've already interviewed, and some have already passed. Linus Pauling, of course, has already passed. These are just a tip of the iceberg of the people that are out there that have made our industry what it is. So why are we doing this? We are doing this because many of the people of the last, say, 30, 40 years are passing away. In fact, we just lost someone who I was hoping to interview, Michael Mooney of Super Nutrition. I was very sad to hear that. I hadn't quite given him a call yet to interview, but he passed away last November of 2019. Um, if we miss getting our interviews, then we miss the real life interaction with people. We can do history and we can do little blurbs, but it's really great to get people on video and hear their story of how they came up with an idea and how they continued the journey with their product throughout the last 20, 30, 50 years, 100 years. So that is why we are doing this, because when you learn the history about and the story behind a product, it connects you deeply. Also, it connects you deeply with people who really care. This industry cares. And so we want to share that with the future generations. So how are we doing this? We're doing this with Storyvan TV. And my husband and myself have a motorhome, and we are traveling North America, US and Canada. We're navigating the twists and turns and the backstories of today's ever popular natural products. And these game-changing pioneers who forged the trail for us today. It wasn't always so easy. Around 1994, it was really challenging with the FDA. They wanted to reclassify vitamins as drugs. And there was quite the fight. So we have interviewed Dr. Jonathan Wright, who was in the midst of that fight in 1992 when his office was attacked, literally attacked, by local FDA agents who had empowered the local sheriff and said he was dealing drugs when he was really giving vitamin B shots. So we haven't always had it easy. And our right to purchase these products may have been taken away, but there were actual pioneers like Cheryl Hughes, Pat Sardell, Howard, who actually fought for the right for us to purchase supplements as we know today in the US and Canada. So we also want to feature the current trendsetters of today. They again are going through a whole revolution with the CBD oils, and there's many products out there. The whole gluten-free has just exploded, and so we want to follow some of these trendsetters as well. So some of the interviews we've done so far: Brenda Watson, a probiotic pioneer, absolutely. She just created a whole niche for herself and highly educating everyone. Someone to follow, someone to watch if you really want to learn about internal health. Brenda Watson is the queen of probiotics. Pat Sardell, she's not only a retailer, but she's a lobbyist. She fought for us up on Capitol Hill. She had the voice of us, the consumer, at heart when she went there. And she made sure that the Washington, D.C. knew what we were talking about and knew how we, the industry, were taking care of the industry and creating a better industry with, I forgot what I was going to say, Greg, with good manufacturing practices. Patricia Bragg, this was such a lovely interview. Patricia Bragg, her father was Paul Bragg in 1910, way back in the early century of 1900 there. And he was the master marketer. And what he did is he took a product, a simple product, apple cider vinegar, with its health benefits, and he really got out there and educated people on the benefits, again, of gut health and health in general. They have over 10 books on eating healthy and thinking healthy as well. So she was a healthy lifestyle pioneer, and she is over 90 years old today and just a love. Howard Pollock, another retailer who has really changed the way we think about health foods. He is down in Los Angeles. His company is called Rainbow Acres. He does not only does he have a retail store, but he has a food manufacturing kitchen for his store, and he also has a packaging and organic packaging plant. He thinks outside the box on how to serve his customers. So he is really a character and a pioneer in the retail end of the natural foods industry, supporting natural food products, unique products, and creating products themselves. That's how he started, creating a little delicious little bar that he was taking to the local friends, family, neighbors. Dr. Joseph Pisorno, he was one of the pioneers who helped create Bastyr University, literally an accredited university in Seattle, Washington area. This was huge because many people were wondering, how do we get educated? How do we educate others? Dr. Joseph Pisorno literally helped create a university that educates the naturopaths of today. So we've completed quite a few. We've interviewed Cheryl, Pat, Howard, Brenda Watson, Dr. Jonathan Wright, Dr. Joseph Pisorno, Patricia Bragg, John Steinman, he wrote The Grocery Story, Nicole Klimick, she has, I have to think of it, honey, The Roots. What is he called? The Roots.
Seven
And
Roots.
Seven Roots Group, and they help design stores of today. Jeffrey Light, he created the Jason product line and now owns Aroma Naturals candle company. We've been talking to Roy Upton, Terry Limerond, and Bruce Barleen. That's one I want to put on there, Bruce Barleen. And many, many more. We'll be listening to your suggestions. So acknowledging the people today that make a difference in the natural health movement. This is our board of advisors for the natural health movement. And again, Cheryl Hughes, Howard Pollock, Pat Sardell, those are retailers. Dean Parks from British Columbia. He has not only been a retailer, but a manufacturer, and now he is an advisor to many, many stores throughout Canada. Nicole Klimick, again, from the Seven Roots Group. She's up in Grass Valley and travels all over the US and Canada, helping stores, evaluating stores and making them better than ever. So join our tribe with the natural health movement in search of our natural roots. Be part of the journey with the pioneers who changed the world for good. Contact us today to learn how to become a VIP sponsor. You can find us on Facebook and follow us there. And so you can get a hold of us, Bonnie at tellyourstory.productions, Jerry at tellyourstory.productions. We have a toll-free number, 833-333-1969. We hope you'll join us today and follow the journey along with us. And if you'd, again, like to learn how to become a VIP sponsor, contact us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Bonnie. That was fabulous.